and we have to drive it from power in our millions in mass sustained nonviolent protests beginning on November 5th in Washington, D.C. And we are here to call on all decent people to join us, to get organized now. We are in an emergency situation. This Saturday we are hosting a mass organizing meeting. We're calling on people to register, to get serious and organized, because now is the time to, and we're here to enlist you to go out and enlist the millions of people, because this is humanity's only hope, is if the millions rise up in mass sustained nonviolent protests demanding that Trump must go now.
I just look down and see Rod Serling's star right here. This is not the Twilight Zone, people. This is reality we are living in. And it's Trump's reality. Well, I don't want to live in Trump's reality. Now is the time to rise up in our millions and tell this Twilight Zone episode that we are currently living in that it needs to be ended. And right now, do not wait any longer. Do not wait for election cycles, politicians, or the illegitimately fascist-packed Supreme Court to save you. It is now up to the millions of people with their good conscience that know what Donald Trump and this fascist regime is doing is completely wrong, and it needs to be stopped now. Do not wait to participate in this momentous time in history. Stand up now. Get organized with us. RefuseFascism.org. Go to our website and get organized with us. Go to our TikTok, RFLA. Go to our Instagram, Refuse Fascism LA. Learn where you can, learn this strategy that we have, that we are putting forward to end this fascist regime through non-violent but relentless sustained protest. This isn't a one-day protest. This is a massive protest beginning on the 5th, moving to the 6th, going to the 7th, onto the 8th, building our numbers, growing our masses, surrounding the White House, surrounding the Capitol building, surrounding this illegitimately fascist-packed Supreme Court, and demanding that Trump must go now. This needs to be the one simple demand that everyone in this country needs to unite behind right now. Trump must go now. Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Jimmy stays, Trump must go.
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 Save your country right now by participating in this momentous time in history. That way when your kids and your grandkids ask you what you were doing when the fascist regime was trying to destroy this country, you can say you did everything that you possibly could. Now is the time to stand up non-violently.
Amen.
Determined, relentless opposition against this fascist regime. That's right. Come on back and help us. Now is the time, people. Do not wait any longer. We can't wait any longer. Rod Serling would be rolling over in his grave right now if he saw what's happening to his country. This is not a Twilight Zone episode. This is actual real life that we need to stand up against right now. Do you remember that Twilight Zone where he got sent back? Yeah, and he was the one that was being the minority. He was the MAGA. He was the one who was out there racially profiling everybody and talking bad about Japanese and stuff and everything like that. And then he got sent back in time, and he was the one that was repressed. And he couldn't figure out why he was being oppressed, why he was the one that was being profiled, why he was the one that was being racially attacked. And he felt that. This is the time to stand up against that. We are not going to live in that Twilight Zone. We're going to end this Twilight Zone episode right now through non-violent, relentless protest. Just remember that. November 5th. This is not a one-day protest. This is a sustained protest beginning on the 5th, moving to the 6th, going to the 7th, building our numbers, building our forces, building the masses of people that is required to stand against this Trump regime I like to call the Third Reich. It must be flushed down the toilet right now.
I just wanted to say to all
So right here they have
who are
Joe's
at
Pizza
home, who are
playing tribute to
scrolling
Jimmy.
their phone day after day, terrified,
And this lady here.
agonized,
This is the Statue of Liberty with the broken
worried
heart.
that things are getting so bad that it might be too late, that it is not yet
Very
too
cool,
late.
powerful costume
But
right
what
there.
we are seeing with Trump taking vengeance, revenge on anyone who speaks up against him, using the full power of the government to go after his opponents, both in the government
Hey,
and
babe. Hey,
those
how are you
who
doing?
oppose him,
Thank you, sweetie.
just on the streets, activists that oppose him. This is fascism advancing at an intense speed. This has been catapulted. They have seized on the shooting and killing of Charlie Kirk, which is very wrong and should not have happened. And this cannot be allowed, though, for have them turn reality upside down on its head. Charlie Kirk did fight for fascism. Yeah. He was a fascist. Yeah. Fascism is fascism, and that is just true. And we cannot be intimidated by what these MAGA fascists, Trump and his whole regime, are trying to bring down on people that do speak this truth. And I wanted to say to those of you, I'm going to read from the Refuse Fascism Call to Act. This fascist regime is illegitimate. And what it is demanding of all the people in this country is unconscionable. It's unconscionable that they are demanding that we go along with this. That we just accept this white supremacist, male supremacist, anti-science lunacy. So this call to act from Refuse Fascism continues.
Hey, she's braver than you, Matt.
The fascist regime is shredding the rule of law, making a mockery of due process, illegitimately deploying the military on U.S. soil, disappearing immigrants and other brown-skinned people into brutal concentration camps, aggressively resurrecting genocidal white supremacy, reversing the gains not only of the 1960s, but even of the Civil War era and Reconstruction, enslaving women through the brutality and suffocation of forced motherhood, erasing LGBT people, trampling democratic rights, violating international law, assaulting and threatening politicians
Well,
and
she has
judges,
the right to say what she
paving
feels.
the way for boundless terror against the people, accelerating
free country.
climate collapse, cutting science and medicine, costing millions of lives. That's what someone was speaking to earlier, the cuts of the programs. Cutting science and medicine, costing millions of lives, depleting humanity's store of knowledge, destroying the truth and drowning out reason, subjugating everything that is decent, moral, and good, all at the whim of a debased, lunatic tyrant. So this is the final thing. Hopes of waiting this out is an illusion. We cannot wait for the 2026 midterm elections, which no matter how much some Democrats do good things to stand up against this fascism, they will be funneling all this outrage into the elections, which we cannot rely on. We know that Trump does not accept elections he does not win. And it has become too late at that. What he is doing right now to free speech, trampling on the Constitution, someone listed all the different amendments in the Constitution that this Supreme Court and this U.S. government is trampling on and ignoring. This shows that we, the people in our millions, cannot wait this out. We have to act and join this call from November 5th. And from now until November 5th, we have to do everything we can. We have to mobilize
glad
all
we
our
can
friends.
agree on
We
that,
have
Matt.
to make this our priority. Because humanity's only hope is the millions of decent people in this country acting in this mass nonviolent collective action, not stopping until Trump is removed from power. That is the call from November 5th. We're calling for the fall of the Trump fascist regime. This is what every person, every justice seeker, every decent person
that
in this
sounds
country,
really good.
from many different perspectives, needs to be uniting in this cause now. So that's why, if you're in Los Angeles too, I support.
I know you love
there's a mass
your lemonade,
meeting here.
limeade.
Bring your
Sounds good,
organization,
too.
bring your friends, bring your family, bring your neighbors. Come to this meeting. We have to drive these fascists from power. You have a part to play. Thank you.
That's right, you have a part to play. All of humanity has a part to play. All of humanity that has a good conscience, that knows what this fascist regime is doing, needs to be ended. that knows that the only way to defeat Trump MAGA fascism is to rise up into the streets in our millions.
See, there's a Hollywood premiere going on over there.
And sustained protests.
Right down the street.
Determined to meet this one demand that Trump must go now. Trump must go now. Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Stop the attacks on our First, our Fourth, our Fifth, and our 14th Amendments. These cannot be just written away with a stroke of a pen by a maniac, lunatic tyrant named Donald Trump. He is not a dictator. Now is the time. We still have the power, but we need to mobilize now. Get with refusefascism.org. Come get one of our flyers. Come to our emergency meeting this Saturday. Learn our strategy for removing the Donald Trump fascist regime from power. It is going to take millions of people rising up in relentless, nonviolent, but determined and sustained protest. We are calling for this action to happen in Washington, D.C. We are going to surround the Capitol building. We are going to surround the White House. We are going to surround the fascist-packed Supreme Court and tell them that the Trump regime must go now. The people that have a good conscience, the people that know what's going on is wrong, the people that are seeking truth and justice need to stand up and join with us and get behind this one demand. Trump must go now.
See, Karma, that's what you don't understand is I don't like Biden, the Clintons, or Bush either. But Trump is a million times worse. He's completely eradicating all the freedoms we have in our country, all the constitutional powers we have. I'm a very strong constitutionalist, and everything he's doing is insane. I mean, it's true. You don't have to agree with
Jimmy Kimmel
me,
stay, Trump must go. Jimmy Kimmel stays, Trump must go. Jimmy Kimmel stays,
Trump must go.
Jimmy Kimmel stays,
Trump must go.
Jimmy Kimmel stays, Trump must go.
Jimmy Kimmel stays, Trump must go. Jimmy Kimmel stays, Trump must go. Jimmy Kimmel stays,
Trump must go. Well, yeah, we have that freedom now, but how much longer is it going to last? Like, they're already threatening anybody with leftist views with their employer. Trump's called leftists, the Democrats, the enemy of the country. I don't know how. That's pretty black and white authoritarianism.
There is no
I don't know how
positive
way you can spin that any other differently.
This does not help to end fascism.
You start to demonize people for their political beliefs.
Is standing with other people.
I don't know what else to call that, but authoritarianism.
We need millions of people to get organized. We need millions of people to rise up and stand in
like I never would threaten people's jobs over what they believe. You know, I work in very conservative industries, and I've never thought about being like, oh, they shouldn't work with me or they shouldn't have a job because they like Trump. That's crazy.
This is a several-day protest, building our masses, building our forces, standing against this regime known as the Third Reich. It must be flushed right now. It is starting to stink. And it is rotten and
inciting war?
No election can ever.
Everything I've seen is saying
fascism.
People saying, "Oh, we need to shoot Democrats, shoot leftists. They need to be arrested. They need their jobs taken away."
Refusefascism.org. Go to our website, make a donation, get signed up to be a leader. Go to our Instagram, Refuse Fascism LA. Go to our TikTok, RFLA.
Well, that's the problem is not everybody has been making fun of this. It's just people saying like, oh, I didn't like Charlie Kirk, and they're being harassed and having their information posted online and doxxed. You know, just for voicing an opinion, saying they didn't like Charlie Kirk. I understand, yeah, laughing at violence, yeah, that's not okay. But you have the right to say you don't like somebody. Like, that's crazy.
There will be no more free and fair elections. They are already rigging it against you. Prop 50, you think that's going to save you? It will not save you.
Yo, Fox News says that every day. What are you talking about? Every time you turn on Fox News, it just says Democrats are the enemy, Democrats are communists, Democrats are fascists. They've been saying that for years, for like at least 10 years, if not more. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Turn on Fox News right now. I bet it says the radical left, radical Democrats, Democrats are the enemy. They say it like every 10 minutes.
There will be no more free and fair elections. They've already gerrymandered like 6 other states. And if you think that the Prop 50 is going to eat up those gerrymandered states, you are.
I do agree with that, Karma. I do. Like the radical, like the extreme left is guilty of it as well. I'm a left-leaning center person. I'm in the center. I'm left-leaning as far as workers' rights, LGBTQ rights for minorities, stuff like that.
Millions of people need to get organized. Stand with us. Refuse fascism.
You know, I'm going to call it out on both sides.
Go to our website. Make a donation. Get signed up to be a leader. Come to our emergency meeting this Saturday. Grab one of these flyers. Scan the QR code.
And to set the record straight, I'm not a fan of the Democratic Party either.
Find out where this meeting is going to be held. Come and join us. We are going to go to Washington, D.C. and build this movement.
Honestly, the problem on both parties is they've been representing billionaires, big business, over the interests of the people.
Millions
you know,
of people
I'm for anybody that is for the interests of the little guy. And everything Trump's done has been to help his billionaire friends.
Now is the time to stand up against
as far as like his
regime.
crypto scams, his tax cuts. It's just been everything to help his billionaire friends. That helped him get into office because, you know, he has a lot of debt and he's pretty desperate to pay off that
debt. It is
debt.
upon us right here, right now. And that is the proof of it right here is Jimmy Kimmel speaking truth to power has been removed. His show has been canceled indefinitely because he spoke truth.
Good job.
But yeah, no, I'm all for open dialogue. You know, I respect people's beliefs, but, you know, I'll call out the hypocrisy when I see it. Because, yeah, I've always been interested in looking out for the little guy, workers' rights, the rights of our freedom in the country we have. Like I said earlier, I'm a big constitutionalist, so I'll call it anything that I feel like is going against our rights as people to maintain our right of liberty, free speech, and pursuit of happiness.
Fascism is not a looming threat. It is upon us right here and right now. You always thought it couldn't happen here in America. Guess what, people?
Yeah, no tax on tips, but that only benefits people that work for tips. And it's only for a few years, too. It expires after he gets out of office.
And started rounding up Jews,
but he gave huge tax breaks to people that are making over $1 million.
Here on American soil.
Cutting Medicaid benefits, Medicare benefits that help poor families get by, cutting food stamps for families that have trouble affording food.
The First, the Fourth, the Fifth, the 14th Amendment have already been ravaged by this maniac, lunatic tyrant. Now is the time to stand up in opposition. Do not wait. We are calling for mass mobilization in Washington, D.C. on November the 5th. That's right. Everyone needs to charter a plane, go to Washington, D.C. on November the 5th, and rise up in opposition.
Yeah, no, I have a ton of right-wing friends that I told me the same things.
Millions of people need to participate in non-violent, sustained protests in order to drive this Trump fascist regime from power.
Yeah, no problem.
The killing of Charlie Kirk will affect no positive change right now. We do not condone violence. We are a non-violent movement. The only way to remove this regime is through non-violent, yet sustained and determined relentless protest. Day in and day out, night in and night out, week in and week out, month in and month out. Until this one simple demand is met that Trump must go now. Do not wait to participate in this moment in history. Now is the time to get organized.
No worries.
Go to our website, refusefascism.org. Go to our Instagram, refusefascismLA. Go to our TikTok, RFLA. Now is the time to find out the actual strategy needed to remove this fascist regime from power. This Saturday,
I've had plenty of
we are
jobs,
holding an
but
emergency
you know there
organizing
are
meeting.
laws that
Come
protect
grab one of our flyers.
employees
Go
for
to our
political
website.
from
Go to
political
our
discrimination.
TikTok, or
You're entitled
Instagram.
to your
Find
political
out
beliefs
where-
as an
DM
employee
us on our
and not have
Instagram,
your
on
job
our
threatened
TikTok,
over
or
your
email
political
us
beliefs.
on our website.
And you're also, you have the right to partake in political activities too in our country and not be fired over it.
Come and learn what it'll take to actually defeat this fascism. Come and find out our strategy.
Because without that freedom, you know,
violent but relentless
political
and determined
discourse in our
protest,
country would be dead.
Standing up, millions of people rising up in non-violent.
Yeah,
again,
look up political
non-violent
discrimination in the
protest.
workplace.
The
Like,
killing
it's
of
a
Charlie
protected
Kirk
right in our
was
country.
wrong, and it will affect no positive change towards the removal of this Trump fascist regime. The Trump fascist regime needs to be met with non-violent but determined sustained protest, day in and day out. That's again November 5th, 2025, 1 year anniversary from the election of this horrendous fascist regime.
Well, I remember
Now
a
is
time
the
when
time
people were
to
able
stand
to
up.
disagree
Join
on
us
politics
in
and not
Washington, D.C.
threaten
for
people's
non-violent but
livelihoods
relentless
or their
sustained
safety over it
protest.
either.
Surround
You know,
the Capitol building.
I'm 36, so
Surround
I
the
grew up
White
in the
House.
90s and
Surround
early
this
2000s,
illegitimately
and
fascist
I remember when we
Supreme
used to have
Court
civil
and
discourse
demand
without all this
one
bullshit
thing.
that's
Trump
going on, you know.
must go now. The Trump fascist regime must be removed from power in order to save all of our LGBTQ rights, in order to save women's rights, in order to save this planet, in order to save education, science. This is the only way to do this.
Well, the reason people call it fascism so much is that fascism's had such a damaging impact on society throughout history. Like with Nazi Germany, fascist Italy,
by creating a profound political
Cuba,
crisis through
China,
non-violent, relentless,
Russia.
determined, sustained protest. In
Like,
front
it's
of the White House,
a political
around the
system that's a
Capitol
big
building,
danger to
and
living in
front
a
of the
free
illegitimately
society that
fascist
benefits the
packed
people
Supreme Court.
over
Stand up
the
now.
ruling
Get
class.
organized with us.
And that's the definition of fascism. It protects the ruling class and
Tomorrow we
the
will
upper
be
class
here at
more than the people. The people are
4:30.
subjects,
Join
and the
us
ruling class
for
are the real
more
citizens
protesting.
who
Bring
have
Jimmy
rights,
Kimmel
have
back. Get rid of Donald Trump.
you know, the right
We are
to free
demanding
speech and all
Jimmy
that,
gets his
and
show back
everybody
Donald
else are
Trump
just
gets removed.
subjects.
Jimmy stays, Trump must go. Jimmy stays,
So,
Trump must go.
I know you're tired of hearing
Jimmy
fascist,
stays, Trump must
but
go.
it's important
Jimmy
to
stays, Trump
protect
must go. Jimmy stays,
society
Trump
against
must
fascism.
go.
It's not
Jimmy stays,
a good
Trump
system to
must
live in.
go.
All right, everybody.
But
Fascism.org.
I do appreciate you guys for tuning in
that is
and
determined
keeping it civil for the most part.
mobilizing
I know there's some
mass
outliers on
sustained
here, but
nonviolent protests
I do appreciate you guys for tuning in.
to flood
Just
the
wanted to show you guys what's going
streets
on.
to
I live
create
down
the
the
kind
street,
of
so I
political
figured why not
crisis
come down here.
that brings the machinery of the fascist regime to a halt. The kind of mass sustained nonviolent protest that forces these people to step down. We are here today in front of El Capitan Theater on Hollywood Boulevard because today Jimmy Kimmel's show was canceled for speaking truth to power, for calling out the hypocrisy of these Trump MAGA idiots. These fascists are taking this opportunity with the murder of Charlie Kirk.
Oh, thank you, Leggy
to
Stux.
hammer in
I appreciate
a
it.
fascist- to
I'm
hammer in
a pretty
fascism.
civil person.
And
I'm
to be
very
clear, the murder of Charlie Kirk was
I
wrong.
don't like conflict, to be
It has
honest,
nothing
but
to
you know I
do
do believe
with
in
stopping
our
fascism.
freedoms.
Trump, Vance, Stephen Miller,
But I'm
and these fascists
pro-civil
have
debate.
taken this opportunity to hammer
But I
this
appreciate
fascist
that,
program,
Leggy Stux
to
20.
fully go after opposition, to try to clamp down on organizations that had absolutely nothing to
Yeah,
do
I
with
agree,
the murder
Karma.
of Charlie
I
Kirk.
always try to see what everybody's
This
saying.
is fascism.
I'm a big believer in
Fascism is not a looming threat. It is a plan
objective
now.
thinking and
People
critical
have to
thinking.
confront this. These words
not just buying into
ring true.
a narrative.
Even
you know.
more so than 2 weeks ago when they were written. And here is a clear example of that. Canceling Jimmy Kimmel's show.
Yeah, Karma, I totally agree
At
with
this
that.
time,
Totally.
Jimmy's supposed
I'm a
to be filming
pacifist,
his
so-
show and it is canceled. For daring to call out the hypocrisy of these MAGA
I'm
morons.
against violence
This
and
is fascism.
threats,
we have
violent
to stand
threats.
up and
It's not
mobilize
called
the
for.
kind of political, non-violent resistance in the streets, that raises the demand that Trump must go now. And we are here to call on all the decent millions of people in this country that we know are out there that are seeing.
That's why it's important to show this, is to show there are people that are nonviolent that are protesting.
From immigrants to women
on the left,
basic rights. And now
there's like this narrative of like that Trump's putting forward that everybody's extremist and everybody's violent. It's not true.
Hypocrisy of these fascist morons. This is fascism, and we have to stand up and drive it from power.
No, I don't think people that voted for Trump are Nazis. I think the people that are behind him are, like the Project 2025 people, Stephen Miller. I think they're not, the Nazi party, whatever, but they have a lot of similar beliefs and authoritarianism, silencing speech and all that.
So, Trump must go now.
People that voted for Trump are just like me and you.
The 1-year anniversary of Trump's election, fled Washington, D.C. in massive nonviolent protests and don't stop until he is removed. Now is the time to act, people. Now is the time when they are going after and using the very institutions in this country to go after people's constitutional rights. When they are normalizing all of these fascists going after people. This is a time to rise up. This is a time to step out of the sidelines, to get organized now. This Saturday, we are calling for an emergency mass meeting. And we're calling on people to sign up, to get with this movement, to be enlisted, to be part of going out and enlisting.
Yeah, Karma,
millions.
I totally
millions
agree.
Are needed.
It's not red versus blue, it's up versus down, or down versus up.
Nonviolent protests. And we will be back here tomorrow at 4:30, raising the demand.
And I wouldn't say it's a lot on the left. That there's a small minority, of course. But I mean, same on the right. I've seen a lot of people on the right calling for blood on the streets, saying they're going to come to protest locked and loaded and stuff like that. Very violent rhetoric. I mean, even like there's 2 Democratic speakers that were killed a few months ago. They were assassinated
to come back again
by
and again
right-wing extremists.
To raise the demand until they are removed from
so
power.
Like I said, I'm in the middle. I'd call it out on both sides, but I believe in workers' rights and,
beginning on November
like you said, Karma, it's the oligarchs. They're trying to take control over our country because America is the most powerful country in the world. We have the most powerful military, biggest pop culture, so they're trying to take over.
Trump must go. Jimmy Kimmel stays.
Trump must go.
Jimmy Kimmel stays.
Trump must go.
Jimmy Kimmel stays.
Trump must go.
Jimmy Kimmel stays. Trump must go. Jimmy Kimmel stays. Trump must go. Jimmy Kimmel stays. Trump must go. Now!
But yeah, no, Karma, I totally agree though. Like, it's the oligarchs. They're trying to take over the media. They're trying to take over our country. Because when they do that, they have the power of the military behind them, and then they'll ultimately have unchecked power. So sadly, I think that's what's going on, and we're just seeing the first steps of it. But yeah, no, they're getting rid of workers' rights. Real estate's unbelievably high right now. People are struggling. People are having trouble feeding their families, taking care of themselves. People are losing jobs because of AI. That's why they love AI so much. Trump invested $500 billion in AI companies like Oracle, like Palantir, and that's to remove jobs because they want to get rid of jobs. They want people to be reliant on the system. And also, they want to use it as surveillance. They want an AI surveillance state that can crack down on stuff like this. They don't want people out here talking out against them.
Jimmy Kimmel stays.
Their interests,
Trump must go.
Exactly.
Jimmy
Oracle.
Kimmel stays. Trump must go. Jimmy Kimmel stays. Trump must go. Jimmy Kimmel stays. Trump must go. Jimmy Kimmel stays. Trump Kimmel stays, Trump must go. Jimmy 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 Kimmel stays, Trump must go.
Jimmy Kimmel stays, Trump must go. Jimmy Kimmel stays, Trump must go. Jimmy Kimmel stays, Trump must go.
That is completely uncalled for, and your name perfectly describes who you are. Your soul is rancid.
Yeah, he should have been murdered. He should not have been murdered.
All right, we got some instigation going on right here.
We don't support that. He called out the hospital because Trump got asked how he's holding up. He's like,
All right, here's a MAGA guy over here. He's drunk too. Look at him. He has a cup of alcohol in his hand over here. This drunk dude.
Trump must go now. Trump must go now. Trump
Trump
must
MAGA
go
over here.
now. Trump must go now. Trump must go now. Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Fuera, fuera Donald Trump.
Fuera, fuera, Donald Trump.
Fuera, fuera Donald Trump.
Fuera, fuera, Donald Trump.
Fuera, fuera Donald Trump.
Yeah, I mean, Jimmy isn't perfect. There's a lot of things he's done that I don't agree with him on, but I do believe he has the right to free speech and to air his speech on national television. That's something that's been a part of our country for as long as I've been alive, and I'm 36 now. People have always been able to openly talk about politics on television and not have the government shut them down or threaten their
All right,
employment.
we're calling on people to get with this movement. We are refusefascism.org. We are calling for the removal of this Trump fascist regime through mass sustained nonviolent protests in the streets beginning on November 5th. And we are out here in front of El Capitan Theater where Jimmy Kimmel's show got canceled today. For what? For daring to call out the hypocrisy of these MAGA morons that are taking this opportunity, with the murder of Charlie Kirk, which, let's be absolutely clear, the murder of Charlie Kirk is wrong.
People are able to speak about politics on TV my entire life. I'm 36 years old.
And Trump
and the government never once
Stephen Miller and all these fascists
threaten
are taking this opportunity
studios or
to
media
hammer into
networks
place a
to
fascist
cancel people
program,
over voicing
to go
their politics
after,
on TV.
To go after
Like
people.
the freedom of the press and freedom of television
To
is,
go after people.
you know, that's
Just
a
like
core
they
part
did
of our
with Jimmy
country.
Kimmel
But
and canceling their show.
no, you have the right to your
We
opinion.
have to stand up now.
Just like this dude
we
over
have
here.
to call millions of people
we gotta
to get
instigate
out of the
over here.
streets in mass sustained nonviolent protests beginning on November 5th. Fascism is no longer a looming threat. It is upon us now. And
This is your
and these words
MAGA fan
cannot be
right here.
any more true, ring more truth than they do today. So this is why we're here. We are refusefascism.org. Get organized with us. We will be back here tomorrow at 4:30 to continue to demand Jimmy Kimmel
I do agree with
stays,
that, Mark.
Trump
I do.
must go.
I do agree.
Stays, Trump must go. Jimmy Kimmel stays, Trump must go. Jimmy Kimmel stays, Trump must go. Jimmy Kimmel stays, Trump must go.
I mean, Milk, I'm not surprised. I mean, I don't, like I said earlier, there's no place for political violence. You should never have been killed over what he said. I can't make that any more clear. But, you know, I'm not surprised.
the story going around is the Jimmy Kimmel.
Got some more people coming. I love her dress. It's a beautiful dress right there. Got this guy streaming over here.
It was cool.
Yeah, there's a movie premiere going down the street over here on Hollywood. I don't know what movie it is. I'm not sure. But yeah, there's a movie premiere going on. I haven't been over there, so I don't know what movie is playing over there. But yeah, this is Hollywood today. So just want to show you guys what's going on. Seems like these guys are starting to wrap up over here. Yeah, they're wrapping up over here. Yeah, Mark, I don't think that was okay either. Like I said earlier, there's a lot of stuff Jimmy Kimmel's done that I don't agree with, like that, like wearing blackface, but you know, he's come a long way since then, and he's apologized for stuff like that. But most importantly is he has the right to talk about politics on TV, just like any other broadcaster on television, and not have the government interfere with his employment. I've never experienced that my entire life, and I'm 36. You know, I grew up watching people on TV talk about politics, you know, people talking about Obama, people talking about Bush, people talking about Clinton. I was born when the first Bush was in office, and I remember Clinton getting elected. It's like the first president I remember getting elected, and I remember plenty of people talking about Clinton, criticizing Clinton. I remember people talking about Bush, and I remember people talking about Obama. There's a lot of things Obama did that, you know, I didn't really care for either. But
sick shirt.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Is that like Vapor?
I mean, it might be, yeah.
Like
I got it from Target.
Vapor 95?
Yeah, I got it from Target. But yeah, it's
really?
like Nintendo 64.
Dang.
Yeah.
The cool points went down. No, not from Target.
Yeah, I know. I saw it and I was like, "Oh, that's a sick shirt,"
is a
so I
cool
bought
shirt,
it.
though.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
How do you feel about Jimmy Kimmel getting fucking called out?
I mean,
Also, my name's Taylor, by the way.
Hey, Max. Nice to meet
Max?
you. Yeah.
Taylor.
I mean, I believe in the right to free speech and people talking about politics on television.
Absolutely.
But that being said, I don't think what happened to Charlie Kirk was okay either. Like, I'm a
Absolutely.
pacifist.
And you don't fucking...
Yeah, like I'm a pacifist, but yeah.
I don't even know what Jimmy said.
Yeah. He like...
All I know is, like, across the board,
Yeah.
there's been a lot of just, like, disgusting, evil rhetoric. Like, he fucking died. Like, he got assassinated. Like, not even just died.
I know, it's horrible.
Like, seriously, like, one of the worst things, probably the worst thing that we'll ever see on TV, ever. Like, this is like some John F. Kennedy type shit.
Yeah, no, it's not. It is horrific, unbelievably horrific.
To just like discount it and be like he deserved it.
Yeah. Well, he didn't. That's the thing. He didn't say he deserved it. I do agree with you.
That's kind of like how like a lot of people have been on TV have been like saying like, oh well, he deserved it. He asked for it. He was
Yeah.
asking for it. It's like,
Some people.
and it's like, okay, so you're literally saying this girl that's dressed up like this hot girl just deserves to get raped. Basically. Oh well, he said that. Gotta protect. Some people have to die for their First Amendment.
Yeah.
So you're saying, essentially, you're saying, oh well, she dressed up to get raped.
Yeah. No,
He played the part to get fucking murdered.
I 100% agree. That's not cool. 100% agree. I'm streaming, by the way. Like, I don't know if you said. Like,
That's fine.
okay. I just want to let you know. But yeah, no, I 100% agree that it's not okay to say somebody deserved to get killed. But what like I've been seeing, especially in my own workplace, is like I've seen people taking people that are like, oh yeah, like I'm sad about what happened to Charlie Kirk, but I didn't like what he said, and then they'll take that and be like, oh yeah, these are the people that caused his murder, and they're trying to cancel people and get them fired over that, which I don't think is okay. You know, because you know, I believe it's okay to say how you feel about somebody, you know, and what happened to him was horrible, but you know, I wasn't a fan of him before.
I wasn't a fan of him either. I would watch him. He was very intelligent.
Yeah.
I didn't agree with him. But,
Yeah.
But like, I 100% open discourse.
Yeah.
Like you and me just speaking. Like we might have different opinions, but like we can talk to each other.
And that's what I love. Like I'm like I miss that like I'm 36. I don't know how
I'm 34. I'm made 35 in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
My birthday's on the 27th.
I miss like the world like I grew up
So
when
you're
the people
89, 88?
89. Yeah, 89. But like people used to be able to like dragon. Yeah. Or no, snake. You're the snake. I think it's the
88.
Or no, it might be the dragon then. I forget. But yeah, I miss like when people used to be able to like have different opinions
you're right.
and talk about them, you know, without like demonizing the other side, saying they're evil, they're horrible.
Yeah, it's okay. We can have like that's what I want.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm upset. Like I wish like me and this orange guy. It's funny because he's dressed up in orange. And he hates the orange hair guy.
I know, right? I know people are just
it's
so
kind of ironic.
And that's the scary thing is people are so heated up
I
right
spoke
now.
with him at Echo Park like a month ago.
Yeah.
And he said we have to take down democracy to get back to democracy or something like he's saying like we need to tear down democracy to get democracy.
Yeah.
And just what?
Yeah, no, I know,
Doesn't
like
make any sense.
Yeah.
And like I caught him, I got him to say it.
Yeah.
And once he repeated it, he was like,
that's the thing. Sometimes people don't realize what they're saying, and you know, like I was talking to my friend earlier, and I was saying like sometimes like I'll give people grace because sometimes they'll be a fan of somebody, but they don't listen to everything they're saying, and like I feel that way about people. Like I don't like Trump, but I'm friends with people that voted for Trump. And sometimes they didn't listen to everything he said, or they're not paying attention to every little thing he did, you know. And, I don't hold it against them, you know, because to me, I'm all about like workers' rights, the little guy, and but sadly,
what else do you do? I mean, you're streaming right now.
Yeah, I'm streaming.
Are you making a living off of this right now?
No. I'm just starting it up. Yeah.
I'm trying to start one up.
I live down the street, so I figured I'd come down here, you know, after I heard what happened.
This is a fucking event. That's why I'm here too.
Yeah. But you know,
I knew something was going to be going on. Like, I mean, this was like breaking news.
I know.
I just was on my way home from West Hollywood. Fucking ABC News. Everyone's doing fucking.
I know. But like what I'm worried about is like what I've just seen going on in this country is like the billionaires and these really powerful people just buying our country and buying our democracy. And I feel like Trump might have not been okay with that last time, but now like I feel like he has so much debt. I feel like it's a scheme he's coming up with to pay off his debt.
I don't know.
That's just my theory.
I don't know. I know you could be right.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope I'm not.
Right.
I don't want to be right, but
I
that's just what I'm worried about.
And like, I disengaged with my fucking fiance over this bullshit. Like it sucks.
Sorry to hear that.
Everything went wrong.
Yeah.
When he won the presidency.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, me and her, and like I was like very apolitical and like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But because I didn't care enough about like liberal, I didn't care enough.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I'm a Trumper because I wasn't like foot down, like come on, like.
Which see, I disagree with that too. Like I feel like
it's gay.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, people have the right to.
I don't want to be fucking political.
People have the right to not want to be political. They don't want to be.
That's all.
You know.
And that's what I want to not care.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh well, you don't care enough, so you must be a Trumper.
Well, and
that is not.
See, that's what I've seen going on though with what happened with Charlie Kirk is like at least people in my circle, I've seen people saying like, oh, this person isn't like saying anything about Charlie Kirk, so they don't care.
So he must be.
Yeah, so they must be for it. Yeah, which I think is like totalitarian, and yeah, it's not okay. Yeah, and it's just scary. It's sad, and it's really sad. It breaks my heart.
Terribly sad.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with someone earlier about this too, and it was like the same thing. Like, yeah, because I didn't say anything, like all of a sudden I'm pigeonholed in this.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, like I remember the very first moment. Like, you can put this on the live stream too.
Yeah.
I remember the very first moment when I actually started to like Trump, I was walking home. I couldn't get toilet paper from the grocery store.
Yeah.
I was eating beans and rice.
Yeah.
And I was working my ass off, and I was making $214 every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Everyone else was getting fucking like $1,600 to do nothing.
Yeah.
And Trump, I was walking home and I was so depressed. Like, I'm gonna eat beans and rice and salt and pepper.
I feel you, man.
And
I
Trump,
feel you.
And Trump said, "What do you?" The NBC was like, "What would you like to happen?"
Yeah.
And Trump said, "I would like everything to go back to normal, how it was 1 month ago." And that clicked in me. I was like, "Yes."
Yeah.
I was making a lot of money last month,
Yeah.
and now I can't even buy toilet paper if I want to.
I know. I totally get that because I've been struggling too financially
and
this
they
year.
roasted him.
Yeah.
I just want everything to go back to normal.
Yeah.
And they said, "Oh, really?"
Yeah.
And they fucking roasted him for, "I just want things to go back to normal." And it's
Yeah.
like that.
But
That wasn't crazy to say. And
Yeah.
that's when I realized, like, oh my God, these people are fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And Trump is actually not insane. Like,
yeah, but
I want the same thing that he's saying. And like, I didn't like him at that point.
Yeah.
I truly did not like him at all. I was on the other side.
yeah.
And when he said that, I was like, I mean, that's actually how I feel. Yes.
Yeah.
I wish things could just go back to normal.
No, I totally I've been struggling financially too this past year, so I totally understand. But like, just to me, this is my opinion. I don't think he's being truthful about that. But I mean, I hope he is. Like, I'd love if he helped out the working guy. I'd love that. But the way the economy's been, like, I don't see it. Like, it just seems like rent's getting more and more expensive. The price of food is getting more and more expensive.
I honestly think I honestly think things are on the up and up.
I hope so. I really hope so. I really hope so.
What also irks me and bugs me out is
Yeah.
like everyone that is against, like everyone right here, they
Yeah.
all want him to fail.
Yeah.
And like, we should not want our president to fail, because if he fails, what does that do for us?
That I agree with.
It makes our lives worse.
That I agree with.
So like, these people, especially the orange guy over here, they want him to fail
Yeah.
so bad because they want it on like the resume to like failure. But like,
No, I totally agree with that.
We all have to eat shit for like 4 years.
I honestly would love if Trump was being truthful about looking after everyday people and help the economy. But what I worry is just what I've been seeing is it seems like he's more interested in like oligarchs and billionaires and helping them out and helping his buddies out. But I hope I'm wrong. That's just what I
would love
see.
to hear why you think that. I mean, like,
well, because he is like he's a billionaire and he's like, people look after their own, and I feel like he's looking after his own, like,
I mean, that's always
yeah.
going to happen.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
if you became president,
Yeah.
who would you look after?
I mean,
Your own, right?
I'm a regular person.
Like you would look after your regular own people.
Yeah.
That's who you'd be looking
I'm a regular
after.
working
You wouldn't be
class
looking
guy.
after the oligarchs. because
Exactly.
You're not an oligarch.
Exactly.
You'd be looking after the common man.
Exactly.
And like, that's
It's kind of human nature. Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
exactly what would happen.
Yeah.
And if you're a fucking rich ass motherfucker,
Yeah.
then you're probably gonna care more about the richest motherfuckers
Yeah.
when you get in that power position.
Yeah.
Because like, you don't know the common struggle of the common man walking on the sidewalk.
You don't at all.
You don't know it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like, you're so far away from it, like, it's impossible for you to understand it.
Yeah.
You and me, we walk on the sidewalk, so we can talk to people on the sidewalk.
Exactly.
Have conversations like this.
Exactly.
Trump,
Yeah.
Biden,
I don't think he's ever.
any kind of like super like political. They can't just walk on the sidewalk and talk.
No, they're in their little
They
bubble.
have to.
Yeah.
They're in their bubbles. They
Yeah.
have to walk into banquet halls.
Yeah.
Those are the people that they get to talk to. You have to fucking have $10,000 to get into this room.
Yeah.
Those are the people they get to talk to.
I agree. I totally agree. I know, it's just sad. I just want people to come together and just remember that, we're all Americans. We're all,
Same.
we're all part of this,
We're all.
I hate seeing
We're all
people like,
American.
demonizing the other side, saying they're the enemy. Like, it breaks my heart.
It totally breaks my heart. I've cried so much over the last 10 days.
Yeah.
And like this guy, he probably would stomp all over me if I died right now.
Yeah. I don't know him, so I hope not. I hope not.
I would hope not. But like, I mean,
Yeah. But yeah, tell me your name again one more time.
Taylor.
Taylor Max.
Max.
Where are you from?
I'm from California.
Okay.
I was born in Fountain Valley.
Okay.
90027.
Where's Fountain Valley?
Fountain Valley is in Orange County, California.
Okay. I was just out there. Yeah. I'm from Atlanta originally.
It's close to Disneyland.
Yeah. I'm up from Atlanta originally, but yeah, I was just up in Anaheim like
ATO?
last weekend. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. Out on the West Coast now.
I only know a couple people from ATO.
Yeah.
One of my friends, she's a really cool DJ. Mia.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you've ever heard of her. She's like coming up.
Okay. Hell yeah. That's badass.
But man, that's not a lot of white people over there, huh?
Well, they're yeah, but
I've never been there, so I actually have no idea.
it's like kind of half and half. But it is like a cool. It's a really cool city, but there's a lot of good like black leadership, black excellence there, and you know, I've always loved it. Growing up there, been comfortable growing up
One
there.
cool thing about ATL that I always liked, because I make beats.
Yeah, the music's incredible.
Is that like
It's a cool music
that's
scene.
one of the ways like that they would come up is like the strip club.
Yeah,
Like you make some dope beats.
yeah, and they dropped
And then you
the.
bring it to the strip club.
That is true.
And like
That
if
is true.
it fucking pops, then like it's gonna you're gonna make it.
You're not wrong. That was like the Atlanta music scene for a long time, like
Strip
early
club
2000s,
music,
90s. Yeah, that was like that's where they would make
I'm
it.
in love with the stripper.
Yeah.
That type of shit.
No, Atlanta has an amazing music scene. It's really cool. It was cool growing up there, especially when it was like it like peaked and then it dipped and then it peaked again. Like there was like a second wave, or there's 3 waves. There's like 90s, early 2000s, and kind of mid 2000s.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
the different types of beats.
because there's like
I
Outkast.
like making.
and-
Yeah, Outkast is incredible.
yeah.
Outkast, the Underground.
Yeah.
What was that fucking producer's name?
Oh,
The Underground.
I'm blanking on his name.
The
I mean, there's like Jermaine Dupri.
essentially means like the underground,
Oh, the Dungeon Mafia.
the dungeon,
Yeah.
the dungeon.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like lame how like that happened. Like
That was their first label. Yeah, the Dungeon.
Yeah.
Dungeon Family. Dungeon Family.
Dungeon Family,
The Dungeon
yeah.
Family.
It's
Yeah.
kind of gay how like they just dropped both of them,
Yeah.
Big Boy and Andre.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of wanted to do their own thing too. I actually like one of the coolest concerts I've ever been to. I got to see the reunion concert in 2014. It was in the middle of downtown Atlanta, and it was incredible. And my buddy got the tickets.
That definitely would never happen here.
Yeah, my buddy got the tickets. Like they went on sale. He like was clicking refresh, and he bought like the tickets, and he sold me one. I was like, hell yeah, dude, you're the fucking best. Like, and it was so cool. It was the Migos were the opening group, and I had just started to hear about them.
Yeah, so
Like
they were
I was,
just coming up.
yeah. Like I was like, oh yeah, I know these guys from the radio, and then it was Future, and then 2 Chainz, Janelle Monáe, and then Outkast. And it was like the sickest lineup ever. It was dope as hell. It was so cool. That's like
2014?
yeah, 2014. It was their homecoming reunion, and they got together because they're like, hey, like some of the people in the group, we need money. So Andre 3000 was like, all right, like we'll do a tour. So they went to like Coachella and they did different festivals, and then they announced the Atlanta show like a week before it happened. And yeah,
I think it was like that like viral video came out. It was Coco Melon.
yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, shit, was so fucking cool. Fuck, I need to get a bigger Bluetooth speaker because I have a sampler.
Yeah,
I have a beatbox sampler, groove box. But I know it's not gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be loud enough.
yeah. Taylor, it was nice to meet you, man. I'm gonna start walking back home.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you fuck with my little brother, Sir Spence?
Sir Spence.
Or Churlies?
I've never heard of him.
No?
Yeah,
I bet
music?
No, they do live streaming.
Streamers, okay.
And also, my friend Blake is probably going to come over here too.
Okay. They're coming over.
Yeah, they're live streamers.
Okay,
and then
cool.
my brother's in Spain right now, so he's not going to come. But
Okay.
I bet you fuck with my fucking homies. All right, this is my little brother.
Sir Spence. Okay. Yeah, I think I've heard of him. Yeah.
And then, oh yeah, he's killing it. He got over 1 million. All right, Churdleys.
That's crazy. Oh damn.
You definitely know Churdleys.
I've heard of him. Yeah, I've heard of him. Yeah. Oh yeah. I've seen his videos. Yeah. They're coming over here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I've definitely seen his videos before. That's wild.
And then Blake. Blake's for sure coming over.
Okay.
Blake Rogier.
Okay. Oh wow, that's crazy.
Have you seen him?
Yeah, I have. He looks familiar. Yeah, I've definitely seen him pop up before.
He live streams.
Oh yeah, that's
Thank
right.
you so much, Max.
Yeah, Taylor. Nice to meet you, man.
Let me get your IG.
Yeah.
Before I go.
MAX. Calder, CALDER. Stunts. Yes, man. I'm a stunt man.
Calder?
So, yeah. I don't have 1 million followers, but I'm a stunt man. So. That's usually what I post
The
about.
Catcher in the Rye?
Was that the author for Catcher in the Rye?
I know Calder is like
Okay, yeah. He's
part of his name.
Okay, yeah. There's also a famous artist, Alexander Calder, that I'm not related to. But I used to study art when I was younger, and a lot of my art teachers are like, "Oh, are you related to Alexander Calder?" I'm like, no.
Dude, you're incredible. Thank you.
You too, Taylor. Nice to meet you, man. Yeah,
Have a
pleasure.
great life.
Yeah, you too. So, that was cool meeting Taylor, and that goes to show you, I assumed a lot of things about him. He turned out to be a cool guy. Felt like we had a good conversation, talked about our opinions, talked about how we felt. We found common ground, and that's what we need more in this country. We need more open dialogue. We need to remember we're all brothers and sisters. We're all Americans, and we all have a lot of common. We're not each other's enemy. There's no reason to be harassing people, being violent to other people, trying to blacklist people. There's no reason for that. It's uncalled for. All right, I put my little wireless back on. But yeah, we're all Americans. Like, there's no reason to be violent, to be calling each other the enemy of the state. That's ridiculous. Kind of curious to see what's going on at this premiere over here. I wonder what premiere that is. I'm gonna walk over there. But yeah, it's just sad what's going on in this country. I haven't looked at the chat in a while. I apologize. I was talking to that dude Taylor over there. I'm trying to have some open dialogue, Practice what I preach. I preach open dialogue, so, and yeah, we have different opinions on things. Like, I don't agree with everything he was saying, but, I told him my point of view, and some of it he agreed with, some of it he didn't, and that's what our country's all about. We've been in realized out of the 1.5 unvetted illegal aliens in the U.S. Yeah, I don't know about. Mark, I don't know about all that. You might be right. I don't know. That's stuff I would have to research. But interesting stuff. Trump is president is a link of chain events that'll make middle 20th century look like a good time. Yeah, I agree with that, sadly. I miss the 90s. I miss the early 2000s. Things are not good right now in the United States. Our economy is yeah, the stocks are at all-time highs, but it really seems like it's about to be a big bubble that's going to pop soon. What I'm worried about, and what makes me really suspicious with Trump and like things like crypto and cryptocurrency is like I feel like they're doing like this big play with cryptocurrency to like crash the American dollar and transfer that wealth into cryptocurrency. Maybe Bitcoin, it might be Trump coin or whatever, something they control. And I worry it's going to make life a lot harder for us. But I hope I'm wrong. That's just my like conspiracy side of my brain, talking about it. I hope I'm wrong, but I mean, Trump's done a lot of weird stuff with the cryptocurrency market, which is like Trump coin, pump and dump stuff, where he pumped up Trump coin, and then it crashed, and he made like billions off of it. But yeah, a lot of weird stuff going on in our country. But glad you guys tuned in, and we saw those people protesting outside of Jimmy Kimmel. Showed you what was going on. You have a right to agree with them, disagree with them, but I just wanted to show you what they're doing. One thing I noticed is they were very preaching a message of anti-violence. They said that many times they didn't believe what happened to Charlie Kirk was okay. They said they don't believe in violence, and they believed in nonviolent protest. Because, a lot of times these news companies like to spin things. They like to take like little segments out of things and make it fit whatever narrative they're trying to show. So I just wanted to show it to you guys all unfiltered from the point of view of somebody that lives down the street from Jimmy Kimmel. And I'm not a politics channel either. I usually talk about movies because I work in the movie business. I usually talk about movies, but I mean, this is kind of related. Jimmy Kimmel's in Hollywood. He's in entertainment, so it is entertainment news related. So I guess it does make sense for the channel a little bit. Out of thousands that come to my reason, that's really sad, Mark. And no, there's a lot of weird stuff going on with human trafficking and people crossing the borders. People going into like labor, sex trafficking. It's really scary and really sad and not okay. But since this is an entertainment channel, even though my stream says Jimmy Kimmel, I'm gonna go check out this premiere over here, see what's going on in this premiere. I'm curious. I can't go this way. I got to go around the other side. I think I can. I can cross the street here. Get his show on YouTube right away. Yeah, he probably will. Probably will. Yeah, it's just scary what's going on. People are like, there's like, I don't know if you guys, I mean, I'm sure you have, it's all in the news right now, but there's like a website where it's like, it says charliesmurderers.com or whatever. And they're making lists of people that just didn't like, sometimes it's people that were happy about it, which I don't think is okay. But a lot of those people, they just didn't like Charlie Kirk and, criticized him, called him a fascist, which is their right to say stuff like that. And they're blaming him for the actions of one person, one crazy guy who shot him. But none of those people had anything to do with that. But yeah, it's really sad. But yeah, let's see what's going on in this premiere over here.
Yeah.
Oh shit, this is the premiere for the movie Him by Channing Tatum, the football horror movie. This movie looks pretty interesting. Yeah, it's the premiere for the movie Him. Channing Tatum over here. This movie does look pretty interesting. Sorry, the lighting is all screwed up right now. Yeah, I'm gonna start walking back home, but I'll chat with you guys for another 10-15 minutes while I'm walking back. But how's y'all's night going? You guys doing okay? But as a country, we all came together and mourned. Yeah, I know. Well, yes and no. I mean, a lot of people mourn about JFK was a very beloved president, but he definitely had his. I'm sure I wasn't alive back then, but I'm sure he had his enemies. I'm sure he had people that didn't like him and were happy he was assassinated. I know people from both sides though mourn, because that's the difference. Is back then people on Republicans and Democrats, we had like a common goal of what's good for our country, and we had a common decorum of decency and what's okay and what's not okay in our country. And people didn't believe in political violence or a president should be assassinated. And sadly, that's what's changed. I've seen it change in my lifetime. People they don't have that mutual understanding anymore. Even like I saw earlier today, I saw John McCain and Obama, them shaking hands and being all cordial and stuff, and Bush and Obama. Like there used to be this like understanding that they're protecting the American dream, the American democracy. And yeah, there's different opinions about how to run things, but that was always the core belief. So, and it's like there is like, and it's one of those things that's changed on both sides, to be honest, the Democrats and the Republicans. And I personally feel like the Republicans are a bit more violent about it, but people just start name calling, say each other is the enemy of the country. They're dangerous. They're radical, and I don't think that kind of language is okay, and it's not constructive to live in a society, just like Charlie. No, it was an old photo, Mark. It was an old photo. But no, I'm 36. I remember when McCain was running. I didn't agree with everything McCain had to say about things, but I thought he was a very respectable person. I thought he respected the country, democracy. He respected the presidency. When he lost to Obama, he was very respectful about it, and he understood people voted for somebody else, and he didn't make a big thing about it. He didn't say the other side rigged the election. He just was like, all right, Obama is what people want right now, so he just bowed out, and let Obama have his moment as the president. They are manufacturers of the KKK. In addition to that, they have not put on any civil rights bill until Lyndon East Johnson introduced the Civil Rights Bill in 1966. See, you're right, Mark. You're right. But I've seen this argument before, and after the Civil Rights movement, the Democratic Party, there's the Dixiecrats, which I'm sure you've heard of. A lot of them left the Democratic Party and join the Republican Party, the Southern Democrats. And I'm from the South. I'm from Georgia. Like, that's where the KKK strongholds were, was in the South. And those people left the Democratic Party and went to the Republican Party. But I'm not saying all Republicans are KKK members. That's crazy. It's just, there's a minority that believe things like that. I worry that minority has gotten control over everything. Project 2025 and all that. It's like this fundamentalist, evangelical side of the Republican Party. It's taking control with Stephen Miller and all that. Just because I don't like the Democrats either. I feel like the Democrats are very interested in corporations, big donors, and they've forgotten the little person and the everyday American. But not all Democrats are like that. There's a minority of Democrats that are pro-workers' rights, and they look after regular people too. Same with Republicans. I actually, I don't agree with everything he says, but I respect Rand Paul. I was a Ron Paul supporter when Ron Paul, his dad, was running. I used to say I was a libertarian. Now I just say I'm an independent, because the Libertarian Party has kind of shifted away from what it once was. But I did like Ron Paul. But I like Rand Paul, and I like him because he sticks to what he believes in, and he's not letting himself be bullied by Trump like a lot of these other Republicans are. Trump and the Project 2025 people. That's just my opinion, though. I'm just saying my opinion. Prime example of who were the mayors of the South and who were the senators, who were the governor or police chief. Yeah, I don't trust any politicians. Yeah, I don't really either. There's maybe 5 politicians I'm oh yeah, these guys are awesome. I actually just saw a politician. He's young. He's running in Texas. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I can't Google anything right now because I'm streaming on my phone. I'll end the stream if I Google, but he's running for senator. He's a Presbyterian, or he used to be a Presbyterian seminarian, and he is running for pro-workers' rights, pro-regular people, against the oligarchy, against the billionaires. But he is putting God first and putting the church first, from his own, from a different perspective as these Project 2025, in my opinion, fundamentalist, extremist people. But I like that he's running and that he's putting this message of that Christians and people that love God can have different opinions, and they're not all these Southern evangelical Project 2025 type fundamentalists that are trying to, in my opinion, that's keyword opinion, I think they're trying to push forward their own version of Christian Sharia law, what fundamentalist Muslims do in the Middle East. I feel like they're trying to do that here. But this guy's against that. He's a different side of Christianity. And that's a big problem in the church, is they've let politics get too involved with the church and take over the church. That's cool. I believe that everybody should have an opinion and entitled to their own way of thinking. You shouldn't be steered to share somebody else's thinking. Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree. And that's what I was trying to do with that gentleman earlier, Taylor. He was saying how he felt, and then I told him how I felt, and we talked about things we agreed on and disagreed on, and I think that's good stuff. It's how things should be. I'm gonna give you a hint, my friend. Most of the federal agencies are run by different religious sects. Yeah. Yeah, probably not wrong. Glad Jimmy is out. Those are rude words. Yeah, I mean, you have the right to feel like that. I feel like people have the right, especially when they're on TV, on television, to talk about current events, how they feel about it. Like I watched the Jimmy Kimmel clip. I didn't say anything about like, oh, Charlie Kirk deserved to die. He didn't say anything like that. He just, you know, talked about the shooter like being a white guy, and that like MAGA uh, doesn't want to admit that he's somebody like them, which, stuff's coming out. Like, apparently the shooter did have like some leftist views, but he also had a lot of conservative views too. And that's the thing a lot of people don't understand about the youth today is there's like a big there's a lot of radicalization that goes on online, and like these private Discord servers and private communities, and it's sad. And I think it really ramped up during COVID, during the lockdowns, when people were like isolated, they didn't get out and about, talk to real people, and they got wrapped up in these little online communities. And they're not all bad. I'm like in a Discord community for a video game I play, and but it's an area where, especially if you're a child, if you're like, he was 22, so I guess during COVID he was like 15 or 17, maybe 15, like COVID was 5 years ago, so he was 16 or 17. I think it got worse during COVID, and but it very impressionable age when you're 16, 17. And I think in a lot of these communities, they don't really have like a left side, a right side. They just believe what they believe. And I personally believe too that there's a lot of, I think there's like anarchists that have been organizing online, and these anarchists are trying to spark a civil war, spark some sort of turmoil in the country, not for any kind of political ideology. It's just they want to see chaos. They want to burn down the system because they're just angry, they're disenfranchised, they feel hopeless, and they don't necessarily have like a rhyme or a reason, but that's just my opinion. Because like I remember even during the Black Lives Matter protests, there was like those weird guys with the masks that were going around and breaking windows and setting buildings on fire when the protests were peaceful. There was like those weird pallets of bricks that would just show up. And I personally believe those were like anarchist groups that were trying to instigate the protesters and turn them into riots, which sadly a few of them did turn into big riots and got out of hand. But I think there are like these extremist groups that are doing stuff like that, and some of them are out in the open, like Antifa, Proud Boys, the One Percenters, Patriot Front. Those guys are out in the open, but I think there's some secretive ones too we don't know about. But yeah, that's my stream, guys. Appreciate the Discord or the discourse, and I appreciate you guys tuning in. And feel free to like, subscribe. I usually talk about movies, stuff going on in the movie industry, so that's stuff you're interested in. I'm a stunt man. I'm an actor. I'm very passionate about movies, but wanted to go down and see what was going on over there at Jimmy Kimmel. And it is entertainment related, so made sense to go down. But yeah, hope you guys have a good night, and peace. Did you know, DHS and ICE Euros? Yeah, I mean, it seems to be that way. That doesn't necessarily mean, though, that they are representing the interests of minorities, though. It's a complicated subject. Just got my SAG card for doing a commercial, so I just paid my dues. Nice, Mark. Hell yeah, that's badass, man. Yeah, getting your SAG card is not easy. I need to pay my dues. My dues were very expensive this year. They were like $800, because like the way it works is if you work a certain amount, they go up. And thankfully, I did work a lot last year. Or not last year, but I had residuals coming in. Work's been very slow, sadly. But I did work a lot in 2023, so those residuals carried over, But But work's been very slow, but it seems like the film industry's picking up. Are you in California, Mark? Are you in LA? Are you in Atlanta? Well, I guess if it does have a great. I need to start using the credit union more. That's something I haven't taken advantage of. Yeah, hell yeah, Mark. Well, yeah, man. I hope to see you on set. Yeah, I've been going out for commercials. I have like a commercial agent. Audition too for acting stuff, but I do stunts. That's my main gig. But yeah, I've done some commercial auditions lately. I haven't booked any, but hopefully I'll book one soon. But it seems like things are picking up over here, so I'm really hoping for better days. So, but yeah, Mark, I appreciate you tuning in, man. It was a good conversation. And yeah, stay in touch. I hope to see you on set. And I'm gonna try to do more of these streams in the future. I took like a few months off because I had a lot of stuff going on in my personal life. I was, in between jobs. I do like coaching with driving too. So I was in between jobs. I had to move. I had to do all this stuff. So, but that being said, I do want to start streaming more because it is fun. It's cool to meet new people on here and stuff. Even it gets a little crazy sometimes, especially when there's politics involved. But it is fun. 70 evaluators in the business. No, I didn't know that. But yeah, Mark, have a good night. I'm gonna end the stream. But yeah, hope to see you soon. And yeah, hope to see you on set. That'd be even better. But yeah, take it easy, man. Peace.